Good morning and welcome to Mayor's Weekly. We're pleased to have you with us this morning. I hope all of you are enjoying the most pleasant weather we've had over the last few days, and fall is one of my favorite times of year, and it's starting a lot of excitement with me. But this morning we want to talk a little bit about the great message that we have to tell about our city. We have a city that's moving in the right direction, a city that's drawing a lot of attention in a broad spectrum: retail, industrial, residential, and there's reasons for that. But it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're trying to grow your company or your city or whatever, you have to be prepared to tell your story, and not only prepared, but you have to do it in a manner that can be effective, can reach the places it needs to reach, the audiences you need to reach. And this morning, Brent McCarver is joining me to talk about what we're doing here in the city and some activities that took place just yesterday in our city. But before we do that, in a part of what I'm talking about, on Tuesday, Fox 6 News was in Jasper. Their program is headed up with J.J. Pruitt. If you watch television, you know J.J. Just a great personality, does a terrific job in his work. And Red Rock Tuesday came to Jasper, the first time that they had been to Jasper, to highlight the Walker County Lake facility. And I might tell you, since we annexed the facility, that being the city of Jasper annexing that facility, the interest has really grown by leaps and bounds by various groups to make enhancements on the grounds there. They've done a terrific job. Our Community Foundation, the Rotary Club, City of Jasper. And so Red Rock Tuesday focused on Walker County Lake. Beautiful setting Tuesday morning. They're at about 7 a.m. in the morning. Sun coming up over the lake, and it was just gorgeous. And it's all wound down. JJ has been doing these things for a long time, been a lot of places, and his comments were these. He said, folks, I've been a lot of places, but I can tell you none of the places I've been have anything on Jasper. This is a great facility, what it offers, that sort of thing. And that publicity that we receive through Red Rock Tuesday, you can't put a monetary value on that. It reaches lots and lots of folks. It'll bring people to our city, may cause people to move here. That's a plus, and that's what we want to do. You got to build your momentum. And the City Council sometime back in fiscal 2020 made a financial commitment to helping tell our story. And Brent McCarver, Lisa Myers have worked diligently to bring this together with professionals in that line of business. And Brent, I know we have talked previously about what the council's spending and what you've done, and so I guess that may be a little bit foundational of what you want to talk about this morning. But maybe we focus on what happened yesterday and what remains, and the success we're having, and people taking a look, listening to our story.
Many of the people may not have actually even seen the videos because they're what's called geofence targeted. And what we've got 4 videos running right now that are anywhere from 10 to 15 second snips that run on social media.
For the finest restaurants in the state, you'll find the most delicious food and friendliest people who treat you like family. Join us for lunch or dinner, just a short drive from Birmingham.
Come home to Jasper!
They focus heavily on our downtown and our highway restaurants, Old 78 restaurants, and then our retail is the idea behind what's running right now. This is part of a long-term plan. And then what was in town yesterday is Sinclair came back with their video group. We shot little videos. We were at the Bankhead House. We were at the Natatorium. We were at Jasper High School. We were at Bevel State. And then, as a matter of fact, I got in touch with Billy Wade, and we caught some street department guys down here on 9th Avenue around the water board and got some video of them working. And then just some other, background video. What it's designed to do, the theme will remind everyone is come home to Jasper. And the idea is we have targeted the Birmingham, Shelby County, St. Clair County, South 65 and 280 area of individuals. And what this does, it's a great new medium that the world's moved to today. They're using it in politics. We're using it to advertise Coca-Cola, and everything else. When you get on your device and your own social media, specifically Facebook, if you hit different demographics in that area, then our little 10-second or 15-second video, you've seen them for other things. Goodness, we've seen them a lot for politics lately, will pop up on your video social media feed. We're very excited. Even Sinclair Media, we get we get monthly, but Vicki at Sinclair actually sends them to me sometimes if they've got great numbers. She'll send them in the month. We're getting really better numbers than we even told you and the council thought we'd get. We have over 200,000 views. So, if you put that, you're trying to quantify the value or the return on the investment. Now, we will, I'll be honest, because somebody will probably jump on there. Yes, I could look at it 6 times and that would count. But realistically, again, I'll say this, if you're looking at it 6 times, that's a positive.
Right.
I don't look at things I don't like more than once. But we've got over 200,000 views in these 4 videos that are running now. But what's more than that, we're at a 71% click-through rate. And what they tell me that means, and I'll be honest, I'm not smart enough to know a lot of this, but they explain to me that's where you get the video and it pops up, and you click on the video to go finish it, to see the rest of it. That's what they didn't promise us. They promised us about 40, and we were excited about that. Right now, we're at 71%, so at least...
Well, let me interrupt you there.
Yeah.
So that means, I'm in the same boat as you are, that I don't have the background to have an in-depth understanding of all that's going on here. But my simplistic understanding is this, that 71% of the folks have seen this video from onset to completion.
Yes,
to the end.
yes. And the other thing that's even more, if you're thinking about what we understand, television commercial. You're watching a ball game, commercial comes on, you get up and go to the bathroom or get up and go to the kitchen.
Right.
What they're saying is 7 out of 10 people are sitting there watching the whole thing. That's a good way to put it. That's why they explained it to me. What will happen next, you mentioned yesterday, they came back to town, shot the new video for a second round, and this will be more, as we develop new videos, this will be more what we're calling culture or quality of life. Again, we're going to show the natatorium. Got some ladies, they were down there, of course, social distanced and all that. It changes. There's people are going to have masks on in the videos just in the day we live. But this will show a little bit more of, okay, we've talked about restaurants, we've talked about retail. Now, if you lived here, these are the things we have. We're real proud of the facility at the natatorium, the foundation, the Bankhead House. Wonderful thing. Of course, our 2 schools, school systems in Bevel, really pleased with that. So these will come out probably within the month. And I'll also share too, unless the videos get shared, which we have them on our Facebook, and we monitor the social media daily and several times during the day. So but you're probably not going to see them here because we don't need to advertise Jasper to people that live in Jasper.
Right.
And so if you aren't seeing them, that's why it's going to a specific area.
We're telling our story.
Telling our story to the people that we want them to come here. And Kathy and I talked, certainly right now, we've only been at this since right at the end of July, first part of August. No way to quantify it now, but again, multiple times a day. Part of what I do is look at the social media and see what we've got. We've had people asking about times restaurants are open. We've had people talking about, we had a lady that said she moved away 50 years ago. She was going to come back to visit. We've got some folks from up in Michigan that apparently when they come south, some time ago, they met somebody here. They stopped here, and apparently they come through Jasper every time they come south. So some really interesting stuff and feedback. But I think it's doing exactly what we want it to do.
Well, Brent, I know we entered into an agreement with Sinclair Media to do these things, and I think we spread the cost across either a calendar year or fiscal year. I can't recall. What else? I said you just got underway in July. What is there another step to this? Will this play out, and then we have to put something else together? Where are we at, and what we agreed with?
This is for us the way, and I don't know if this matters really in the conversation, but the way it's going to be billed in the fiscal year, but it's set across a 12-month calendar.
Right.
So in other words, we initially signed the thing in March. Of course, Corona happened, so they moved it. So basically, August to August is how the plan's going to run.
Okay.
So that'll fit almost within our fiscal year. As far as the next step, now there's a really good thing going on. Matter of fact, have a conference call tomorrow about it. We've partnered with Main Street and the Walker Area Realtors, so the Real Estate Association. They have purchased from Sinclair's website design, and as together they are building a website specific to Jasper and specific to this ad campaign.
Okay.
So that, and it should be up and running November probably. But what that'll do is you can't use public money to advertise private companies.
Right.
So as far as right now, if you click on the video, it will refer you to our city website.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as a restaurant or clothes burners, somebody like that, we can't allow them to advertise there. This website that's being built, that is owned by Main Street and the realtors, they'll be able to advertise houses for sale. They'll be able to talk about somebody's lunch special. And it'll also have links to all of our like Park and Rec, our city stuff on there.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be the next phase. We'll be getting that built so that when they click on it, that's where they'll go. And then afterward, as we get into April, we will have a week of, foothills-oriented video and advertising that will end with Talk of Alabama. We probably will have 2 other Talk of Alabama, which are ABC 3340 morning shows, in as well during this time. So, yeah, there's several other phases. Excuse me.
Brennan, if you're planning and thinking, are you far enough along to see beyond August of 2021?
Yeah, hopefully. Again, we're keeping the data. We'll come back to the council, to you and the council, and present, what we saw over the year, present the numbers. Again, we'll rely heavily on any upticks in revenue and sales tax, and the Realtors Association is going to keep records of any contacts, because one of the things that is targeted in that area are young professionals that are, and don't ask me how they do this, but young professionals that are in the housing market.
Yeah.
So, realtors should be able to come back to us in 12 months and say, look, we got calls from, Montevallo or wherever. I think the next phase would be, as we've discussed with them, what do you do, go from the 10-second to the actual 30-second real marketing advertisement where we can really say something. Of course, cost will be, if it's cost effective and if there's a good return, that'll probably be where we look to go next.
Yeah. Well, great program and a great way to tell the story of Jasper, and I said at the beginning of the program, we have a great story to tell. You can tell that story, and if we all do that, then it'll bode well for our city. Shifting gears a little bit, if you have noticed, the paving project on Highway 118 is underway. I think the State Highway Department's done a tremendous job doing the work. In the nighttime, I have not had a single complaint. It doesn't conflict with traffic in the daytime when traffic is heavy. And what I've noticed is the State Highway Department has been doing a considerable amount of, I guess, surveillance work or gathering some sort of data along 9th Avenue. Don't know what's happening there, but I'm always excited when the State Highway Department comes to town and start looking, because it tells me they have something on their mind, and don't know that they would redo 9th Avenue. That paving, as paving goes, is relatively young and totally failed, in my opinion. It was poorly done, and it's just unfortunate. You know, your money's forever gone when you put it in a bad project, but we can't change that. That was yesterday, and so if I learn what's going on there, I'll certainly share it with you. But I am pleased to see the State Highway Department. I was on 9th Avenue this morning, and to see those folks there, looks like doing survey work, whatever. So something in mind. Will anything materialize? I don't know, but let's keep our fingers crossed, and it would be great if the State Highway Department, there's some truck traffic that comes through there, if they would help us, or if we could get that resurfaced and have it done correctly, it could make a difference. I know the project caused a lot of consternation for the people that live along 9th Avenue when it was being done, and but like I said, that's water over the dam, and we can't change yesterday, but hopefully we can bring something about that will be better going forward. But pleased to have you with us this morning. As always, we welcome your questions. Send them our way, and you'll get a prompt answer. We'll look forward to being with you next week.